You said capitalism breaks down on those two pieces. Is it also because there is government food subsidies for things that shouldn't even be produced? Is it also true that vaccines have no liability to them? Is that what makes them also not part of this capitalistic system?
At the most basic level, at the very most basic level, let's go back to the eye drop example. Imagine you and I are both scientists working for some pharmaceutical company, and I walk in and I go, guys, I figured out reading glasses. I have an eye drop. You take it once and your eye is done and it's clean and it's over. And we're like, holy cow, that's amazing. What's the market potential? Oh, we've done some market testing and people are willing to pay up to $3,800 for the single drop because they don't want to wear glasses anymore. That's amazing. Then you go in and you make your presentation and you've developed a daily. And it's like, it's a daily and they have to take it every day and they have to take it for the rest of your life. Which of those two products is going to get its funding? I'm sorry, but the subscription-based medicine is going to get that funding. It's just, that's the way that's going to be. And I think that's the beginning of it. Then you build it up from there. Like the idea that pharmaceutical companies can escape liability. I understand the principle. I understand the idea is that, well, look, if you're trying to develop some, population saving thing, then we have to take the risk away from you. But at the end of the day, the risk is there. Somebody needs to bear that risk, and it shouldn't be the people. And it definitely shouldn't be the people if they've been commanded to take it.
Right. Yeah, we can go down that way as well. We can go down that rabbit hole a bit. And I agree with you on the conspiracy. It doesn't have to be a bunch of people in a room. It just has to be, oh, wow, this message is going to get people to stop doing this behavior, which is going to hurt our sales, which means I'm going to call up my government guy and say, I'm not contributing to your campaign this year if you allow this to happen, because we like business as usual. And you've even talked about someone like the ADA, you said seems more interested in getting millions, from big food and pharma than it actually is from helping these people. And ultimately, if you help them, the organization can disappear sometimes.
Yeah.
So like the problem with government organizations is by definition, they need to survive. And that means they need sick people as well. And we saw with COVID, a lot of crazy conflicts of interest that I never knew were possible between the CDC and people owning patents and people with financial interests in all of these places. And I just assumed there was a wall or a Chinese wall or a version of a wall, but it doesn't seem to exist in a lot of these places.
No. In a previous book that I wrote before the post-diabetic book, it's called The Evolution Gap. And in The Evolution Gap, I put forward a theory. And the theory is that our biological evolution, of course, is very slow, and our capacity for innovation is very fast. And so we have steadily changed the environment that we live in much more quickly than our genetics could keep up. And so in the middle of this, there's this gap, and that gap is where most of our pain and suffering is. And I would say that even some of the things we're discussing now are there, because you see, for the vast majority of our history, we were living in nature, dealing with threats of, the environment, threats of wild animals, threats of other tribes. We lived in fear a lot. And all you really need to do to control a population is frighten them enough. If you frighten them enough, they will surrender their freedom for security. And we've seen a lot of that. And a lot of advertising works that way. Like, here's a funny thing. We are, I would argue, living in, I would say demonstrably, the very best times in the history of Earth to be alive. I mean, did your great-grandparents have a hot and cold running shower?
Yeah.
Did they have a toilet inside the house? Like, we live in the very best times. You walk down the street, you're not likely to get mugged, you're likely to be alive tomorrow, and you know damn well you're going to eat and you're going to sleep safely. That's new. That's a very new thing. We live in today, the average girl gets 11 years of education for every 12 that a boy gets. It's almost a parity. And in secondary education, they get better. Right. Like in every way, life has become better. Less people are in poverty today than ever before. But most people don't know this. And that's because the press understands that in order to move people, you have to frighten them. And so we're constantly being told how terrible life on Earth is. And the truth of the matter is, we are living in the best times ever to have been alive.
Yeah. And yet now we have these massive problems.
Yeah.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public. And he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.